Hello and greetings. My name is Constance Casey. Nice to see you here. This is a guided meditation. There is a saying in 12-step recovery where our mind is a dangerous neighborhood. Don't go up there alone, which encourages people to go to meetings, to connect with others, to get feedback, to hear support, and to hear wisdom from other people. Yeah, it's very helpful. It's good to have everyone come together. But in a meditation, we're actually here to train our mind. Yeah, we're here to train our mind, and we have to do the effort. We alone have to do the effort. And so this actually gives us an opportunity. It's kind of helpful to know that you alone can do it, that you sitting here right now can start to train your mind. And that gives you opportunity, it gives you freedom, it gives you responsibility. So, and if we train the mind, we can suffer less. Phew, right? What a relief. The Buddha said, a wise person sees the necessity to train the mind, whereas the fool doesn't. Yeah, good to realize. So, as we sit today, we'll be balancing alertness with mindfulness, working with the in-breath and the out-breath, and trying to find that balance with each breath and focusing right here and now on the breath and the body. And what is happening in the mind? Is there something that you need to set aside? Can you set aside some of your concerns or worries and just focus on the breath? Because the breath is a less conceptual object of meditation. And it's happening right here. So thinking about yesterday or thinking about an event or thinking about something else is the thinking mind, but the breath is like boom, 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 right here, right now. We can really bring our attention in. So, and you can also use inspiration. If you're feeling down or you're feeling like you're discouraged in doing the practice, you can also come back to a sense of inspiration. What inspires you? Yeah. Is there someone in your life, someone that has something that you want, that you like, that you would like, yeah, I like that quality in them. I feel inspired by them. That could come up for you too, to keep you going, to keep you alert. Is some inspiration. Often people use like the Buddha or the teachings, whatever, wisdom, wise teachings to inspire you. Also, you have your own generosity in your own practice. You can remember times when you've been skillful and the positive results that came from that. And that can be inspiring to you to remember that. So as we work with our own mind and as we're training our mind, we can produce positive results. But we have to stay with it right here, with the breath right now. So I'll start with one ring of the bell here, and then I'll end with 2 rings of the bell after my dedication. So the first thing to do is to make a contract with yourself right now. Are you going to stay? You going to stay with it? You have 25 minutes to sit and to just be with the breath in the body. What a generous opportunity to work with these beautiful qualities within each one of us. Okay, so let's begin. So just being aware of your own space, the neighborhood of your own space, noticing if you're feeling safe, how you feel about that. Isn't that a form of generosity? To feel safe and settled in your own location. And then you can bring your attention to your feet, beneath you, connecting with the earth, just feeling that sense of contact with your chair, and seeing if there's any adjustment you need to make with your posture. It's always helpful in these first few minutes to see if you need any adjustment so that you can just really settle in. And if you bring your hands in close to your belly, your shoulders naturally drop down. And then you can open the front of the body, the sternum opens up so that the breathing can happen more naturally. And just offering yourself the generosity of this time and letting that in. See if you can just receive the gift of your intention to just really be here. So just breathing in a way that feels nourishing and replacing the mind on the breath, right with it. So you're feeling the breath all the way in, and even that little turnaround, the pause, and then feeling the breath all the way out. And you might need to coax the mind to come into the breath. It takes a little while to bring it in. Let the mind come into the body, into this really open and intimate space. And we're just noticing our object of attention. And our object is whatever is most natural and obvious for you to stay with. And as a foundation for meditation, it helps to try and breathe in a way that feels pleasant as we establish our attention. We may notice little parts of the body that we've been pinching or tensions that could just relax a little deeper. Just noticing how the breathing is happening. If we can smooth out any edges that feel tight or tense. Can you actually use the breath energy to smooth out and open areas of tension? We're just learning to be wise and kind spiritual friends to ourselves so that the neighborhood is friendly. The neighborhood of our mind doesn't have to be a dangerous neighborhood. It can be a friendly and kind and compassionate place. One of the ways in which we train the neighborhood of the mind is by being interested in what is going on here, being genuinely interested. That helps us maintain our focus and our attention. Like all of a sudden you might notice you're breathing in short. Okay, well that's all right. Breathing in short, breathing out short. And sometimes breathing in short and breathing out short leads to more heaviness, sleepiness. And so if you lengthen the breath and you bring in more oxygen, it could increase your alertness. And also sometimes just lifting your chin just a half an inch or so intentionally brings in more of an alignment to just be here. Like, what's happening? Isn't it interesting? This neighborhood of mind and body is actually a beautiful place to be when we're interested in all of these different adjustments and changes. we can transform the neighborhood of our mind from worry and fear into a safe place with kindness and compassion, honesty, and willingness to just really feel this breath right here, right now. And also just knowing that the more we do this, each moment we stay with this process, it starts to become habitual. And there will be times when you want calm. You come into a place and you go, oh, I can have some calm. I can have calm instead of chaos. Or even in the midst of chaos, I can have calm. Because you've been training the mind, just staying with this breath. And even ideas about, am I doing it right? You can just see that those are simply ideas. And just feel a good breath. It gives you immediate feedback. Feeling the breath. Staying with the breath. Just staying with it. And so before we close, see if you can make a resolution to perhaps do another sit later today, or take some time to pause throughout the day to check in with the neighborhood of your mind. Is it a safe place to be? Is it a place you like to hang out with? Because we can cultivate a joyful place to be within ourselves. May we all understand the importance of our lives, meeting inevitable difficulties throughout the day with more patience, kindness, and understanding. May we each cultivate our inner wisdom, self-respect, and compassion to serve as sources of healing in our troubled world. And may we each free our hearts and minds to awaken further each day, little by little. We can do it.